Hey guys, it's Minhas from MZ Tech. I will talk about the tech stack that I'm using and why I'm using it. And to back that up, I actually have this developer survey that was done recently in Stackoverflow. A little bit about myself. I work as a software engineer and an application architect at IBM, and I'm also the CEO of MZ Tech. And again, if you need to know a little bit about MZ Tech, just go to mztech.us and you will see what is it that we do and what sort of services that we offer. This link will be shared in the description. So once you go here, you will actually see the developer survey that was done in 2020. You could read through all those, but the most important part is the technology aspect. So let's actually go through those. Okay, so we'll go through each of this one by one, and we'll talk about what are the technologies that I'm using out of that. Okay, so most popular technologies, if I were to open that up in a new tab, and here you see that JavaScript is number one, and then HTML, CSS, SQL. And again, these are the three things that I use, highly use, in my current tech stack as well. So, but in terms of just the most popular at this point, even till date, is JavaScript. So let's go through the next one. Most loved, dreaded, and wanted technology. So let's open that up now. Most loved technology, Rust. I haven't used it before. Loved TypeScript. Again, as I said, TypeScript, it is being going up there right now from a preference wise, and Python is there, Kotlin, Go, Dart, JavaScript is here, right? Wanted, again, Python is up there, then JavaScript. So you'll see those patterns that Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, all of those are usually towards the top. Okay, so development environment tools, let's go through that. Let's see what they have here. And again, most of us, you can see 45, about 46% of developers are using Windows. Mac, usually majority of them are from US base, and collaboration tools that we use. GitHub, again, this is something I use all the time. We use Slack as well with MZ Tech. We use Jira. So all this are quite up there, that the latest technology that is being used even in our trainings. We use most of these. So in terms of technologies, if I were to open up most popular technologies that are out there, we went over JavaScript being number one, HTML being number two, SQL being three, and Python and Java following along. Again, JavaScript is at the top. That's one of the reasons why we use JavaScript from a front end or even web framework point of view. And if we were to look at the frameworks, again, a lot of people are still using jQuery, and it's been out there. But as you can see, that React is really up there at the top. That's one of the reasons why I use React as a framework. React is really still number one choice for people, right? In terms of framework of those three JavaScript framework. Okay. Other frameworks such as backend framework, let's say we use node.js, and that's again the reason why I use node.js as my backend framework. And then there are Net. You could see a bunch of other ones, but sticking to node.js, it's out there, it's popular. Okay. Databases that are being used is MySQL as number one. It's always been there. Postgres, I've worked with that before. MongoDB is actually taking quite a liking to it as well, because it is a NoSQL database, and that's something that I use as well. That's the reason why I'm going with that. So from a SQL point of view, I use MySQL. For NoSQL is MongoDB, and there is also Firebase that we use, right? So that's in terms of all the other backend or the databases that we use. So that's in terms of just the survey itself, and again the tech stack that we went over yesterday or in my last video if you didn't watch, and I'll put the link in the description as well. Is basically for front end, I use React, Redux for state management. For back end, I use MySQL, MongoDB, and I showed you why those are important. And in terms of even databases, I use MySQL, MongoDB, and the framework that I use from backend point of view is Node.js with Express. And in terms of the tool management, we use all of them, such as Jira for managing a task. For version control, we use GitHub, and for communication, we use Slack. Again, All of those are being used in our day-to-day trainings that we do. So be sure to join them. Be sure to join mztech.us to see what sort of training we offer, what sort of services we offer. And if you have any questions, again, you could reach to me at minhas@mztech.us, or you could leave a question on the comment. All right, thanks, guys.